going on, guys? This is Ty with Brahman Bull Bullies. I'm sure you already know what this video is about from the title, and it's about the phrase, it's how they're raised. Whenever somebody sees an aggressive dog or a dog that shows a little bit of aggressiveness, uh, first thing some people will say is it's how they're raised. It's how they're raised. It's not the dog. It's how they're raised. I used to be one of these same. I used to be the same way before I had experience with it and actually had some education on the topic. I was once saying, it's how they're raised. No dog is bad. It's just how they're raised can make them bad. And dang, Rox. I feel like the phrase should be, Roxy's coming to calm her down. Yeah, I think Roxy's becoming our alpha female out here. Ever since that fight with Oreo, things have been a little bit different with Roxy. But back to the topic. I feel like the phrase should be a good dog can be turned bad by bad raising, but a bad dog cannot be turned good by good raising. I feel like that should be the phrase. Dang. Speaking, it's off topic. This little girl took a poop yesterday. She had some worms in her. We had to start worming her yesterday. We getting it knocked out though. But as y'all seen, we've moved two dogs because they've shown some aggression. Whether that's people aggressiveness, dog aggressiveness, just aggressiveness in general. Connor J, Roscoe. Roscoe, he wasn't crazy aggressive, but he's just showed a few little tendencies that we wasn't really comfortable with, so we had to move them. And the thing is those dogs were raised right beside these dogs. Right beside every dog we currently have, those dogs were raised right beside those. And these dogs aren't aggressive. You know what I mean? Snooky, she can have her outspurts. She can have her spurts of being aggressive, but she's not an aggressive dog. And Snooky was raised the same way Connor Johnson was. Or Connor J, y'all know him as. Snooky was raised the same way as all of our dogs. All of our dogs are out here the same way. They all get the same amount of attention. Of course, the Bulldogs, they may get a little more attention because they're inside more than all of these other dogs. But that's the topic I wanted to speak on. Like I said, I've heard it more with the old school dogs, like the game dogs and stuff like that, just American Pit Bull Terriers. But I hear it some with these dogs as well. People saying they're mean, so and so, and then I'll hear somebody clap back at somebody saying they're mean and say they're not mean. It's just how they're raised, and that's not always true, guys. Like I said, a good dog can be turned into a bad dog by being raised bad. But if you have a bad dog, it's a good raising's not going to fix that dog. He's still going to have that blood in him. He's still going to have that attitude that, and a lot of times whenever somebody's talking about a bad dog, it's not that the dog is bad. Just like Connor over here. It's not Connor's a bad dog. Connor's just has a lot of game. Connor was a very gamey dog. He was a very driven dog. It's not a bad dog. It's just a very gamey dog. Connor was very loyal. He was very gamey, and sometimes that gaminess would take over, and he wouldn't know when to stop on certain things. We would be out here with the flirt pole. He won't let the flirt pole go. What? Tell Nelly to get out your room. My bad, guys. And that's, like I said, the gaminess would just take over, and it's not that he was really trying to be mean, but he was just doing all means necessary to get that toy. All means necessary to keep that toy, to keep that ball. You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily he was trying to be aggressive or anything like that, but what is it, Snook? On another note, we had the show yesterday, guys, and we took Godzilla the Killer. We took Snooki. Snooki, she was plumb wore out from watching Zilla's show. And what? She ran to the store. I'll be in a second. Golly. And Snooki, like I said, she was plumb wore out from watching Zilla in the show ring all day. Zilla took first place in show 1, and he took second place in show 2. We only did 2 shows. Silver Tux, y'all know the Blue Dog lives right there, Connor J's brother. He took first place show 1, and he didn't place in show 2. Silver Tux has not been worked with at all, so he kind of gave me a hard time. But everything went great. We had a good time. Did some networking with some other good breeders. And shout out to JD Strong, man. He's got the inbred brim son over there. And we, went back and forth one time on Facebook about Godzilla the Killer and that inbred brim son competing. And he ended up beating me yesterday. So kudos to him. I'm happy for him. We'll see y'all next time, man. But I'm going to shut the video down here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, ring that bell. See y'all in the next.